Let me share something with you that will be encouraging to you when life gets really hard. Not hard, but really hard. Write this one down. This is Job chapter 1, verse 6 through 12. And I want you to listen to it. I want you to try to visualize. This is the New Living Translation. I want you to try to see this in your mind like a movie. Okay? One day the members of the heavenly court came to present themselves before the Lord, and the accuser Satan came with them. Where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan. Satan answered the Lord, I've been patrolling the earth, watching everything that's going on. Then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He's the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless, a man of complete integrity. Could you imagine if God could say that about you? Some of us like, that's why I don't do it, because I don't want him to say that about me, because I know the rest of this story, and I don't want the Lord to send the devil after me. The devil's coming after you anyway. He says he's blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears God and stays away from evil. Verse 9, Satan replied to the Lord, yes, but Job has a good reason to fear God. You have always put a wall of protection around him and his home and his property. You have made him prosper in everything he does. You've covered him. That's why he praises you. Look how rich he is. This is what the devil says. But reach out and take away everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. All right. You may test him, the Lord said to Satan. Do whatever you want with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. So Satan left the Lord's presence. I could only imagine Satan's smile when he left. Oh, I'm gonna wear Job out. Ooh-wee. All right, here we go. All right, so this is when the rain starts to come. First it trickles. Somebody came and stole his cattle. It's cattle. You get more cattle. Then it starts coming down heavier. They came and got sheep. They came and got this. And then it starts coming down from every angle. All these runners keep coming to tell him the next bad thing, the next bad thing. Job, I really got to tell you something. You might want to sit down for this. So the winds was blowing, right? I mean, it was so heavy. I've never seen wind blow like that. But all your kids were in the same house. They were having a good time. And then the roof collapsed down and all your kids are dead. This is what happened to Job. Listen at how God describes him. Have you noticed my servant Job? He's the finest man in all the earth. He's blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears God and stays away from evil. This is how God describes him. And yet he still dealt with the rain. You don't think he's covered? Absolutely. But that didn't exempt him from the hardest life we've ever read about. I don't think we've read anybody's life that was as hard as his. The storms come, but then I want you to skip down to verse 20, and we'll read 20 through 22. They kept coming and giving him bad news and bad news and bad news. In verse 20, it says, Job stood up and tore his robe in grief. Then he shaved his head and fell to the ground to worship. He said, I came naked from my mother's womb, and I will be naked when I leave. The Lord gave me what I had, and the Lord has taken it away. Praise the name of the Lord. In all of this, Job did not sin by blaming God. The devil told God that Job only worshiped him because he had him covered. Now, I don't know about you, but it seems to me that a lot of us pray more when more trouble comes. A lot of us praise more when more trouble comes. A lot of us attend church more when more trouble comes, when it appears our covering is not there. So let me go back and get my covering. But what if you stayed covered and the trouble still comes? Do you have it within you to be like Job and praise even though the rain is pouring on you? We always have a choice. When the rain comes, we can choose to worship or rebel. It's your choice. Worship or rebel. And look what it said Job did. He tore his robe in grief. He shaved his head because that's what real men do. And then he fell to the ground to worship. You would think that's a time I don't feel like worshiping. Everything is gone. Everything is gone. Everything is gone. Not one of my children, all of them. I can't find it in me to praise it. I'm just devastated. He tears his robe in grief. He shaves his head. He falls to the ground and worships. So he chose to worship and not to rebel. We can choose to sulk in the rain or sing in the rain. But you're still gonna have to deal with the rain. Coverage does not equal exemption. Have I said that enough yet?
Did you know that you could actually support the YouTube channel and podcast? That's right. If you have a desire to be a blessing to the show, there's many different ways you can do it. We have Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and you can use the website to make a donation. Any donation will help, and every donation will be used to pour into the lives of others. So if you want to click on the description of this video, you can find all of the information you need to make a donation. God bless you, and thank you for your support.